prepared to pay Gervonta Tank Davis in excess of $20 million. Shakur Stevenson just rejected a deal with $15 million for Top Rank. Would you be willing to go up to $20 million to get Shakur Stevenson?
Well, firstly, that was $15 million for 5 fights.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if it was a multi-fight deal,
I
would
think,
you
I
do
think
that?
I'm pretty honest, right? If I'm Shakur Stevenson, I like looking at these things from the fighter's point of view as well as my point of view. If I'm Shakur Stevenson, I'm Josh Dubin, I'm Jay Prince, I'm thinking, how can I, and similar with Boots, how can I get the fights that will, one, earn my client a lot of money, but also showcase how good he is. We all know boxing, we all know that this kid is an outstanding fighter. He's not Arturo Gatti, he's not going to go out and have wars with his chin in the air, but he's going to school people, and in the right style, he's going to be in exciting fights. But he's brilliant, Right?
How do you feel about them comparing his fighting style to the Floyd Mayweather's?
Yeah, probably. Sometimes. But look what Mayweather did. You know, I mean, it's not everybody's not going to go out and just have a war every time they fight. You know, I know the guys from Newark, from the venue there. He did a brilliant gate last week. No one wants to talk about it, obviously, because he's left. Right? He did a massive number on ESPN, the biggest of 2024. So right now, you're all asking me questions about it. Shakur Stevenson is one of the most talked about fighters in the world. But if I'm his management team, I'm saying, okay, how can we navigate him to have the career-defining fights? You know, and Oscar didn't like, obviously, what I said about Zepeda, but that's the truth. Like, I think the Zepeda fight is a good fight for Shakur Stevenson. But you know, see, for me, I don't really care about tying a fighter down for 5 fights or 3 years, whatever. If they like working with you, they like working with you. And if they don't, they don't. But someone like Golden Boy and those kind of guys, they will only allow him to fight William Zepeda if he signs a long-term deal with him.
He's went on record saying that.
Yeah, well, he also said he'd only make the fight if he was with Golden Boy, which is a disgrace to boxing, actually. This is from a guy that says promoters should work together, the best should fight the best. Now you can only get Zepeda if you're with Golden Boy, which is bizarre. But we're with the same platform. It's not about the promotional company, it's about the platform and the fights that you can deliver for your broadcaster. So, but I think that the fluidity of being a free agent is good and bad, as you've seen with Devin. You know, if you don't have the contractual backing of someone, people don't have to bid for fights. They don't have to pay for fights. So we can be as fluid as Shakur. You know, we could try and make the Zepeda fight for him. We could try and make another fight for him. We could make a fight for him in Newark. But what you don't want is you don't want too many fights. A bit like Boots. You don't want too many fights like Avanesi. Still, it's going to be a great fight. It'll be a great night. But like you're spending training camps in fights that aren't defining your legacy. And with Shakur, you've got to fight. But let's be honest, Zepeda's not going to create Shakur's legacy. It's just a good fight, right? And a fight that I think style-wise will suit Shakur. Tank, you know, maybe Lomachenko, move into 140, Teofimo, Paro, you know, whoever it's going to be. They're the kind of fights, like, people forget, what is he now, 3-division world champion? Shakur? I mean, how many people are 3-division world champion? How old is he? Mid-20s?
27.
Like, you know, and he could move to 140 and become a 4-division world champion.
So you're clearly excited at the potential of landing Shakur.
Yeah,
do you think there's a damage control or public reception challenge that you'll have to get ahead of?
You can spin whatever narrative you want to spin. He's been fighting a one-man war because he's got no one by his side. He's got no mouthpiece, he's got no megaphone, he's got no promotional company that are out there, a machine pumping him 24/7. He's doing it on his own on Twitter, which actually needs to step back from, because you're never going to win that fight. Do you know what I mean? He's putting out fires, he's fighting battles, he's going at him, and that's fine. He's done a good job. Everyone's talking about him. Now time to step back. This next